Learning and mastering the art of manifestation is a journey towards self-empowerment and gaining ultimate control over your life. When you understand this process, you can channel your energy to create and achieve whatever you want. This approach will eliminate the guesswork involved in manifestation and place the power firmly in your hands. The only difficulty you will encounter is choosing what you want to manifest. After making that decision, the rest of the process becomes straightforward and easy. The most important step in manifesting what you want is deciding exactly what that is. This is something I have found challenging. I understand all the methods and techniques for creating my own reality, but I often wonder what kind of reality I actually want to create. For many, the only thing they truly needed was to make a clear decision about what they wanted. Once they did that, things started happening quickly. It's as if the universe loves a decisive mind and often responds immediately when a firm decision is made. Many people who are struggling haven't clearly decided what they really want. They might have a vague idea, but they're not fully committed, so it's uncertain. This is something important to think about. It's essential to recognize how challenging it might be to figure out what you truly want. A lot of people don't have a clear idea of their true desires. As a result, they end up drifting from one job to another, moving from one relationship to the next, or constantly changing situations. This leaves them feeling completely lost and unsure of their direction in life. Understanding and deciding what you genuinely want can be difficult, but it is a crucial step in finding clarity and purpose. When you start making clear decisions in your life, you accomplish more. Being decisive about what you want to manifest means you are more likely to get exactly what you desire when you make a firm and definite decision. Knowing the direction you want your life to take makes everything easier. So, I ask you, what do you truly want? Think about it carefully and decide with certainty. Once you have a clear vision of what you want, you can work towards it with confidence and focus. This clarity will help you achieve your goals and make your life smoother and more fulfilling. I suggest setting aside some time for yourself to figure out what you truly want. Start by making a list of the material things you would like to have in your life. This can be simple, but don't stop there. Ask yourself if you also want to live a more fulfilling, creative, and passionate life. Often, people start by wanting material items. Once they get those things, they realize they need more to feel truly satisfied. Sometimes you might discover that part of you doesn't even want those material things after all. So take a moment to think deeply about what you really want. Beyond material possessions, consider the kind of life that would make you feel happy and fulfilled. Understanding this will help you focus on achieving a more meaningful and satisfying life. From what I've seen, most people want a life that is rewarding, creative, and full of passion. However, many are not living the life they desire because they haven't firmly decided to make it happen. They want change, but are not ready to take responsibility for that change. When you make a clear and definite decision about the direction you want your life to go, you will take the necessary steps to make it happen. But without a strong commitment and a real decision about what you want, nothing will change. You cannot make something happen if you don't truly want it. You need to decide clearly and without any doubt. Only then will you be able to take the actions needed to create the life you want. Now, what kind of freedom or lifestyle changes are you hoping to achieve in your own life? To figure out what you really want, it's important to be honest with yourself. Sometimes your main goal might be to make more money, which gives you more choices in life. This is perfectly fine and can be very rewarding. Everyone should have the chance to make as much money as they want, without exceptions. I often see comments questioning the desire to make money. There's a spiritual side to it. Money represents action and energy. You shouldn't feel guilty about wanting it. However, I've noticed that people often want more than just financial success. They also crave a sense of achievement and fulfillment. Most people want to feel like they've accomplished something valuable and experience joy in what they do. Think about what you truly want. Is it just money? Or is it also the satisfaction and happiness that come from doing something meaningful? By understanding this, you can better pursue a life that brings you both wealth and personal fulfillment. When you want to achieve something, it's important to be clear about what you really want. If you don't know what you want, it's hard for the universe to help you get it. You need to have a clear goal in mind. If you decide to work on something that you are not fully committed to, it will be difficult to achieve. If your heart isn't really in it, it might take a long time to reach your goal. So it's essential to be sure about what you truly want and to put your whole heart into it. This way, you can manifest your dreams more easily and quickly. If you have any signs like always feeling tired, feeling depressed, being easily irritated, not earning enough money, or trying to make up for it on the weekends by partying a lot, playing video games, drinking, smoking, gambling, or doing anything else obsessively, these could be signs that you're not happy with your job. It's important to pay attention to these signs because they might mean you need to make a change in your life to find true happiness and fulfillment in your work. Imagine you work in customer service at an IT tech company and you want to get promoted to a management position. You might have trouble getting this promotion if it's not what you really want. You're stuck in your current job and keep dreaming about moving up to a manager role. But is that truly what you want? If what you really desire is to be an independent music producer or a writer, it will probably take you longer to get the IT management position. This is because your strong desire to become a music producer or writer will interfere with your goal of becoming a manager at your company. When your heart is set on something different, it becomes harder to focus and achieve the promotion you're aiming for at work. It's important to be honest with yourself about what you truly want, so you can focus your energy on the right goals. Desire is really important. It's the feeling that what you want is possible and available to you in the universe. If you have mixed feelings and aren't sure about what you really want, it will take much longer to make it happen. Any confusion about your desires will slow down or even stop your progress. When you're unclear about what you want, it makes you feel confused and lowers your excitement about life. This confusion reduces your ability to attract what you want. Think about how hard it is to be excited when you don't know what you truly desire. The clearer you are about what you want, the faster you can make it happen. So being sure about your desires is crucial for quickly achieving your goals. Your ability to create your reality will stop until you decide exactly what you want right now. If your biggest dream is to own a music production company, that's what you need to focus on. Say your goal out loud to the universe or to God. This helps you gather all the available energy to make your dream come true. When you are completely sure about what you want, you'll be surprised at how quickly things start to happen. So focus on your true desires and clearly state your intentions to speed up the process of making them a reality. Because many people are unsure about what they want to do with their lives or where they want to end up, a good way to free up your energy is to let go of that uncertainty. It's okay if you haven't decided what you want yet. Instead, focus on what would be the most fun and beneficial for you right now. I really like the idea of segmenting that Abraham Hicks talks about in her book, Asking It Is Given. And in her lectures, this means breaking up your life into smaller parts and deciding how you want each part to be. By concentrating on what makes you happy and what benefits you in each moment, you can find clarity and direction. This approach helps you enjoy life more and gradually figure out what you truly want. It's okay if you don't know what you want to do with your entire life. Instead of stressing about the big picture, think about what you would like to do right now. This not only takes the pressure off, but also brings fun and creativity back into your life. By focusing on what you want in the present moment, you release any resistance you might have. This allows your energy to flow freely again. It helps you enjoy life more and makes it easier to figure out what you truly want. So take it one step at a time and concentrate on what makes you happy right now. I find it really refreshing to completely change my focus. Instead of worrying about what I need to do with the rest of my life, I think about what I would like to do in the next few months or the next couple of years. Doing this can give you the freedom to reinvent yourself and take a break from the pressure of figuring everything out right now. It's a lot of pressure, just like when you were in college, thinking about what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Deciding on one degree and feeling like it has to define your entire future can be overwhelming. By shifting your focus to shorter-term goals, you can relieve that pressure and enjoy the process of discovering what you truly want to do. Another thing that can hold you back is thinking there's something you should be doing. You should focus on doing what you truly want to do. In other words, there isn't a specific thing you're supposed to be doing with your life. You're truly on the right path when you're doing what you really want to do. When you follow your true desires, you are closest to your heart's center. Your heart knows what you genuinely want. When you are close to your heart's center, you are the happiest and most enthusiastic. This positive energy not only makes you feel good, but also uplifts the people around you. So do what makes you happy and follow your heart to find joy and spread positivity. Many of my friends, including myself, have struggled with this idea throughout our lives. I used to spend all my time meditating on what I was supposed to be doing with my life or thinking about my long-term future. The only result was that I accumulated more debt, more credit card bills, and more expenses. It was terrible. Eventually, I realized I needed to take action in my life. Even though I still didn't know what I ultimately wanted to do, I decided to take some bold steps. As a result, I became more productive. The truth is, I enjoyed my life much more once I got off my butt and started moving towards what I wanted right now. Taking action made me happier and helped me feel more fulfilled. I meet a lot of people on spiritual journeys who keep asking themselves, what should I be doing? They believe there's a specific purpose they need to fulfill. But I think this idea is a myth. I'm here to tell you that the only thing you should be doing is what you truly want to do. If you spend all your time meditating and thinking about your purpose, you might end up feeling sad and without money. Many people have a mistaken idea about what it means to be spiritually free. They often say, I just want to be free, but they don't really understand what true freedom is. Sometimes people use the idea of spiritual freedom to justify feeling like victims of their circumstances. True freedom is not about sitting around with nothing to do but meditate and think about being spiritual while having no money. Real freedom means having control over every part of your life and being able to choose what you want to do whenever and however you want. I have met people who I believe are true spiritual masters. What makes them special is not that they have superpowers or lack material things, but that they have mastered different areas of their lives. They have created abundance in their work, finances, emotional well-being, relationships, mental abilities, and spiritual foundation. These spiritual masters are still human and can sometimes have negative thoughts. I have never met a master who is perfect, but they have well-balanced lives and are usually not driven by unconscious reactions. They are aware of their own responses and are free from the idea of lack or limitation. So why do you want what you want? Your next step is to understand why you have these desires. Figuring this out can help you see if you really want what you think you do, or if you actually want something else. Many people say they want to be rich and famous. I like to ask them why. Why do you want to be rich and famous? Do you truly have a deep desire to be a superstar, or are you trying to fill a missing part of yourself with the approval of others? In my opinion, a lot of people are chasing after something that isn't truly who they are. They might think they want wealth and fame, but they might be looking for something deeper, like self-worth or happiness. Understanding the real reason behind your desires can help you find what will genuinely make you happy. Every one of us is already a superstar waiting to shine. It's about discovering the superstar inside you, not searching for something outside of yourself. According to Vadim Zeland, everyone is a superstar in a certain timeline. If you find your true vibe within yourself and follow it, you will become a superstar, no matter how you look or what is happening around you. Take Jack Black, for example. He's a superstar in many timelines. Even though he doesn't have a typical superstar physique, he's on the perfect path for him to express himself and be the superstar he truly is. This shows that being a superstar isn't about fitting a certain image. It's about being true to yourself and letting your inner star shine. So, we're on a journey to uncover the superstar within you. Everyone deserves to get what they truly want, but many people mix up their real desires with unconscious motivations and childhood programming. I've met many people who pursued something they thought they wanted, only to realize later that they didn't really want it after all. They thought they wanted it since they were kids, so they never questioned it. If you think about it, a lot of the struggles and conflicts in this world come from people constantly seeking external validation and approval, trying to boost their ego. These behaviors come from unhealed emotional wounds that drive us to look outside ourselves for meaning. Instead of looking inward to find our true desires, we often chase after things we think will make us feel better. But true fulfillment comes from within, by healing those emotional wounds and discovering what we genuinely want. Many of us work really hard just to get someone else's attention or approval. We might not even love what we're doing. We're driven to succeed so we can gain approval and validation from others. But when you seek external validation, it will always be a struggle because no one can ever give you enough. Sometimes while looking for external validation, you might accidentally find a career path or business idea that truly makes you feel fulfilled. This usually happens because you already understand yourself well. You've done the inner work, and you naturally attract something that fits who you are. It's okay to want something because you need to prove to yourself that you can achieve it. This desire can help you discover what you're truly passionate about and capable of doing. This behavior is unhealthy only when you're trying to prove something to others. If you're seeking external validation as the main purpose of your existence, even after achieving your goal, you'll still feel empty inside. Plus, you'll have spent a lot of energy trying to impress others just to feel good enough. Another reason you might not know what you truly want is fear. You might be trying to achieve something out of fear that you won't be able to make a living in your dream job, or find a partner who truly loves and respects you. This fear creates a mindset of poverty or limitation, making you feel like you have to settle for whatever you can get. If your bills are due soon, like within a week, your immediate goal should be to get those bills paid. But if your bills are already paid and you're just worried about paying them in the future, it's time to let go of that fear. Instead, focus on creating from a place of desire to express yourself and grow. Create from the joy and passion of becoming more than you ever have been. Doing this will give you a new perspective on life and the world around you. If you're trying to start a relationship because you're afraid of being alone, that's like having a poverty consciousness about love. Poverty consciousness means believing in lack and limitation, thinking there isn't enough to go around. In this case, it means thinking there aren't enough potential partners for you. However, there are plenty of available partners out there. But if you believe in limitation, you might settle for the first person you find without really knowing what you want. It's important to be clear about what you desire in a relationship instead of acting out of fear and settling too quickly. This way, you can find someone who truly matches what you're looking for. If you take the time to really understand what you want before starting a relationship, you can attract a better version of yourself. You'll be making choices on purpose, shaping your life in a way that feels right for you. By being clear about what you want, you create your own reality with intention. Imagine you are describing the kind of person you want to be with. You might say you want someone who enjoys mountain biking, loves to dance the tango, and likes to cuddle on the couch to watch movies on Sundays. You could also mention that you want someone with a great sense of humor, who loves to laugh at all the little things in life. On the other hand, you might prefer someone who is more serious and will take your requests and needs in the relationship seriously. There isn't a wrong thing to want in a partner. It's about being aware of what you want and need. If you take the time to understand what you truly desire and make an effort to actively seek it out, you will eventually find exactly what you're looking for. When you create from a place of fear, you won't be able to create what you truly want. It's like postponing your dreams to protect yourself. But behind every fear, there's a reward. Every time I've faced my fears, there has been a great reward waiting for me. To create what you really want, you often need to confront your deepest fears and take risk. Many times I found the most success when I knew what I wanted and took a chance to get it. Taking that chance has always been worth it. The most successful people in the world became successful because they were willing to take risk. They faced their fears and took chances to achieve their dreams. If you want to create something truly amazing, you need to be brave and take those risks too. You might feel afraid to say out loud what you really want. From what I've seen, one of the biggest emotional wounds many people share is feeling like they don't deserve good things or aren't worthy of them. Almost everyone I've met or worked with has struggled with feelings of deserving and worthiness in some way. For a long time, I also had a very low opinion of myself because of things I had done. I felt so guilty and terrible that I developed a strong subconscious belief that I didn't deserve good things. This belief was so powerful that I would push away any good things that came my way without even realizing it. This issue of feeling undeserving can be a big barrier to getting what you truly want. It's important to recognize and address these feelings so that you can start to believe in your own worth and deservingness. Only then can you fully embrace and achieve what you desire. Sometimes you need to put all the pieces together to clearly understand what you want and why you want it. This helps you identify and overcome any issues that might be holding you back from achieving your desires. The best way to get clear on what you want is to make a list on a piece of paper. It's a simple but powerful exercise. There's no secret technique to figuring out what you want. Just start writing it down. Writing down your desires helps you focus and sort through any mental clutter. It makes your goals more real and concrete, making it easier to work towards them. This straightforward method will always help you in the process of making your dreams come true. Remember to include everything you want in your list. You don't need to explain or justify anything to anyone. Don't judge your desires or worry about what other people might think. Just write down what you truly want. Decide what you want right now and what you want later. It helps to think in 1 to 2 year segments of your life. This way, you can focus on your immediate goals without feeling overwhelmed by long-term plans. When you break it down like this, it makes the process of achieving your desires quicker and takes the pressure off making decisions. It allows you to see your goals more clearly and work towards them step by step. It's okay if you don't know what you want to do for the rest of your life, or where you want to be in 10 years. Take the pressure off and focus on what you want to do right now. Think about what's most important to you at this moment. Have fun with this process and feel free to completely reinvent yourself if you want. Figure out why you want what you want. What is driving your desire or need for this outcome? For example, if you want more money, ask yourself why. If you want a new career, why? If you want a new partner, why? There's no right or wrong answer. Just ask yourself these questions to better understand your motivations. After you figure out why you want what you want, write it down. If you can't think of a strong reason for wanting something, it will be hard to make it happen. For example, if you want a new car but can't justify why, this process will help you see that. It will help you understand if you're feeling undeserving or if fear is holding you back. Next, write down how having each of these things or outcomes in your life will make you feel. This step is important because it helps you connect with your desires on a deeper level. Understanding the emotions behind your desires can make them feel more real and achievable. When you start to visualize and manifest your desires, you might find it hard to really feel what it's like to have what you want, even if you've heard about these techniques before, especially if you listen to my podcast. That's why I recommend writing it all down. Describe in detail how having what you want will make you feel. How will it enhance your life and bring you joy? Be very specific and include both emotional and physical feelings. Think about how you would breathe, how it would feel on your face, and other sensory details. Take a moment to see if you can truly feel what it's like to have the things on your list already. Imagine yourself in the desired situation as if it has already happened. By fully visualizing yourself in this way, you can get into the feeling place of it, making your desires more tangible and real. Think about the different textures you can feel. What smells are around you? What do you see with your eyes? How does it feel to have this thing? Imagine you are in Maui. You can feel the sand under your feet and the warm water touching your toes. You see the tall palm trees and the beautiful ocean with islands in the distance. The key to the experience is how it makes you feel. If you want to learn more, check out my episode about Neville Goddard, where we discuss his amazing book. When we talk about vibrations, the way you feel is very important for making things happen in your life. Writing down your feelings helps make them clear. Relationships can show us exactly how we are attracting things into our lives. When you are in a relationship, you can see what you are drawing to yourself from your hidden beliefs and emotional hurts. This is like looking into a big mirror, giving you a clear view of your self-awareness. Your partner can reveal your biggest areas of resistance and show you what level of consciousness you are attracting. Your experiences with others reflect your inner beliefs and emotional wounds. Think about what you like and dislike. When you look at the people you've been in relationships with, you might think you met them by chance or because of physical attraction. But if you look closer, you'll see patterns that repeat in your relationships. This shows that something in your mind, energy, or vibe played a big role in bringing you together. Many people don't take the time between relationships or at all to think about and list what they want in a partner. Take some time to write down everything you want in a partner. It might seem strange to describe your ideal partner on paper, but it's one of the best things you can do to attract a life partner. By doing this, you are taking control and deciding who you want to spend your life with, rather than letting your emotional wounds and limiting beliefs make the choice for you. Think about it. Would you rather choose your partner or let your emotional issues decide for you? You are always sending out your unique signal to the universe, and you can't stop it. Since you're always broadcasting this signal, you should try to make it match your highest hopes and dreams, instead of letting it come from your default settings. When you start trying to do this, you might feel confused at first. This confusion often comes from realizing that you may have never really focused on finding the person you truly want to be with. So, take the time to shape your signal to attract what you really want, instead of letting your old habits decide for you. Why do the most successful matchmaking companies charge the most money? Some of these companies ask for thousands of dollars. I'm not talking about those networks for rich people, but the serious, spiritually minded companies that require a big financial commitment to join their program. Many people might think it's wrong to pay a lot of money to meet someone special. However, I've noticed that people who invest a lot of money in these services often have more committed and long-lasting relationships. The reason is that when you commit a large sum of money, you are also committing to finding the right person for you. Are you truly committed to finding the person you want to be with? You don't need to use an expensive matchmaking service, but you do need to have a strong commitment to finding them. You also want to attract people who are equally committed, not just looking to date casually. You must believe that you deserve everything you want in a life partner. You must also trust that the universe has an unlimited ability to give you what you desire. When you write down what you want in a partner, you are changing the signal you're sending out into the universe. This process can't help but affect your ability to attract the right person. You might feel some resistance to doing this if you think you are not ready or don't deserve it. It's important to notice this resistance. You might already be in a relationship and feel that things aren't exactly how you want them to be. Maybe you're unsure if this person is your life partner. I believe anyone can be your life partner. It depends on how much resistance there is in your daily life with them. If there is a lot of resistance, it might be harder to see them as your life partner. If you are constantly having problems in your relationship, it's time to take a closer look. If you start writing down everything you want in a life partner while still in your current relationship, one of two things will happen. Either your current partner will start to change and become what you want, or they will fade away, making room for your true partner to come into your life. This can be scary, especially if you really want your current partner to be the one. However, being overly attached to them is not coming from your higher self, but from your lower self. Your lower self believes in things like limitation and abandonment, which keep you stuck in situations that don't benefit you. If you're in a relationship that is close to what you want, but not quite there, and you start working on exercises to raise your vibrational energy, change will happen. You need to believe that you truly deserve someone who respects your highest good, just as you respect theirs. Everyone deserves this kind of relationship. It's all about recognizing this truth and claiming it for yourself. You cannot control others, but you can raise your own energy to attract better things into your life. This is always beneficial for you. It's the best gift you can give yourself. When you do this, you'll start attracting people who have positive energy like yours. It's not about judging others. It's about what helps you the most. Every time you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, you learn and can teach others. Change is only needed if you're not happy with where you are right now. Before we continue, let's clarify the difference between wanting something and yearning for it. When you constantly want something, you're often not satisfied with what you already have or where you currently are. It keeps your focus on the future rather than enjoying the present moment. Your power lies in the present right now. So it's important to understand what genuine wanting means. Genuine wanting is when you eagerly anticipate having something that excites you. You believe it's possible to achieve it. Whether you think it will take a lot of effort or just a little, you feel joy imagining having it because you truly want it. Feeling joyful creates a high energy that helps bring what you desire into your life. However, you should not spend time wishing for something while believing deep down that you will never get it. That feeling is called yearning. When you look at something you want and feel negative about ever having it, you are yearning. In this state, you are actually very far from truly wanting it. Genuine wanting is filled with positive energy and hope, not negative feelings of doubt and disappointment. In this situation, you are blocking your own energy because you don't believe you can ever get or achieve what you want. This comes from the frustration and pain of not letting yourself go after what you desire. When you truly want something without any doubts or barriers, it feels very exciting. You feel energized and motivated by the idea of eventually getting what you want or reaching your goal. But when you are yearning for something, it's different. Yearning is a powerless feeling where you want something, but believe deep down that you will never have it. This feeling of yearning is discouraging and holds you back from experiencing the excitement and positive energy that comes with genuine wanting. Genuine wanting fills you with hope and excitement, while yearning leaves you feeling stuck and unhappy. Yearning is a major way to stop good things from coming into your life. When you yearn for something, you are giving it too much importance. I find it easier to understand yearning this way. If you make something too important, you end up pushing it away. Yearning blocks what you want because it creates a low energy. When you look at something you want with yearning, you send out a low energy that doesn't match what you desire. This low energy pushes away the good things you want to attract. So instead of drawing good things to you, yearning makes them stay away because your energy doesn't align with what you want. On the other hand, when you say you want something with excitement and enthusiasm, it is already starting to come to you. The way the universe works is that it responds to your positive energy and thoughts. When you think about and believe in something most of the time, the universe begins to make it happen. If you truly want something and believe you can have it, you set your power to create it in motion. The key is to genuinely want and believe in it most of the time. When you do this, the universe will deliver what you desire. Your positive energy and belief are what attract good things to you. Let's imagine you are ready to meet your soulmate. You have been preparing for this moment. You've read many books about finding a soulmate and attracting love, and you feel really excited. Right now, you genuinely want to find your soulmate. This excitement probably means you are also imagining it in your mind. Feeling enthusiastic, you decide to go to the bookstore. You pick out a magazine and sit down to read. As you look up, you see a cute couple sitting across from you, cuddled up and reading together. They look very much in love. Here is where a problem might come up. For some reason, seeing these people so in love doesn't feel good to you. It's a bit ironic because they have what you want, but instead of feeling happy, you feel negative. You want to be in a loving relationship like they are, but seeing them together makes you feel bad. Why does this happen? In this moment, you are experiencing yearning. A chain reaction starts. First, you see something you want, but quickly, you feel that this thing is not yours to have. You see it as something that belongs to someone else, not you. This feeling of yearning makes you feel like what you want is out of reach, and this is why you feel bad instead of positive. Unfortunately, because you have wanted this thing for so long, you start to believe that you will never have it. Seeing someone else with what you want, something you believe you can't get, becomes painful. After feeling yearning, you might start to feel even worse emotions. You might begin to judge people who have what you want. You may start to resent them, thinking their life is better than yours. As I mentioned before, if you start judging or resenting others, it means you won't be able to bring what you want into your own life. You might even feel angry at them for experiencing something you wish you could experience. This chain of negative emotions only pushes you further away from getting what you truly desire. In this moment, you have completely forgotten about your true desire to have your own soulmate in your life. The important thing is to embrace seeing what you want whenever you see it. If you are seeking wealth and see someone else who is rich, embrace it. It doesn't matter where you see it, who has it, or how much it costs. Your main goal is to feel excited about it. Be thankful to God for creating it so that you could know it exists. When you see something you want, focus on feeling positive and excited about it. This positive energy helps attract similar things into your life. So instead of feeling negative or jealous, feel happy and grateful that you can see what you want. This will keep you aligned with your genuine desires and help you bring them into your own life. The best way to identify any hidden beliefs or behaviors that might be stopping you from successfully manifesting your desires is to use your list of wants. This list can help you see what you truly desire and reveal any unconscious patterns that are sabotaging your efforts. By examining your want list, you can uncover these blocks and work towards overcoming them. You can use this list to find any hidden resistance you might have and heal it, allowing you to manifest the things you want. Here's how to do it. First, either take your current list of wants or write a new one. When you write your list, be as free as possible with what you include. Don't worry about being realistic. Let your list be wild and outrageous. This is not the time to listen to your inner critic or be sensible. Instead, let your inner artist or inner child take over and have fun with it. By creating a list this way, you can uncover any unconscious blocks that might be stopping you from achieving your desires. Once you identify these blocks, you can work on healing them, making it easier to manifest what you truly want. Next to each item on your list, write down a reason why you think you can't have it. Try to find a reason why this thing is not possible for you. If you can't find any reason, it means you should already have this item or be able to get it soon. Make sure you write down at least one reason for each item on your list. Once you have written a reason for each item, Take each reason and write down the exact opposite of it. For example, if you wrote, "I can't have this because I don't have enough money," then write down, "I can have this because I can find the money I need." By doing this, you challenge your negative beliefs and start to shift your thinking towards possibilities. This exercise helps you identify and overcome the mental blocks that are stopping you from manifesting what you want. For example, if you want to find your soulmate, life partner, or twin flame but feel you're not worthy, write down that you are worthy. This can be challenging, so be ready for the feelings that come up when you do this. You might start to feel unready instead. If feeling unready seems right, you'll know, because it will feel good to decide to wait a while. But if it doesn't feel good and you still want your soulmate now, keep writing down more reasons why you think you can't have them. By doing this, you explore your feelings and beliefs, helping you understand what might be holding you back. This process helps you confront and change the negative thoughts stopping you from manifesting your desires. If you can't think of a reason why you can't have something, just ask yourself directly, "Why can't I have it?" The answer will always come to you. When you get responses like, "I'm not worthy," or "It's not the right time yet," that's actually helpful. Now you understand why you don't have your life partner yet. Knowledge is powerful. You can either decide that you're not ready, or decide that you are ready and write it down. For each reason you come up with for why you can't have something, write down the exact opposite reason. This helps you challenge your negative beliefs and start seeing possibilities instead. This way you can identify and overcome the barriers stopping you from manifesting what you want. By doing this, you will uncover many, if not all, of the hidden beliefs and behaviors that stop you from creating what you want. Once you know these, you can decide if the reason is good enough to keep you from having it. For example, if you decide you're not ready for something big, it might mean you truly need more time to prepare. Now you'll be aware of these hidden thoughts and feelings, which puts you in a stronger position to create what you want. This process helps you become conscious of your unconscious beliefs, giving you more power to overcome them and work towards your desires. You'll be able to make better decisions about whether you're ready or need more time, and you'll be more capable of achieving your goals. Working through your list of wants in this way will quickly show you why you don't have everything you desire. Each time you change a reason for not having something into a reason for having it, you are reprogramming your brain. By doing this, you move closer to achieving what you want. You can keep going with this exercise, especially for bigger or more challenging goals. This process helps you understand and change the thoughts that block you from your desires. By consistently rewriting your reasons, you strengthen new positive beliefs that support your goals. As you continue, you'll find it easier to manifest even your biggest dreams. Imagine you want to become the CEO of your company, but right now, you are just a customer service rep. You might think of many reasons why you can't be the CEO. However, as you do the exercise of turning each reason into a reason why you can become the CEO, you will be surprised at the changes that start happening in your life. You'll see unexpected coincidences and notice that people's attitudes and behaviors toward you start to change. These changes will guide you toward your goal of becoming the CEO. By consistently rewriting your reasons, you shift your mindset and attract opportunities that bring you closer to your dream. You will experience a positive transformation in your life that leads you to the position you desire. You are more deserving and worthy than you think. Look at your list and the reasons why you believe you can't have what you want. Try to let go of these reasons. Ask yourself, can I release this feeling? Can I let go of this belief? Give yourself a full minute to think about it. Then say the opposite of your negative belief. For example, say, "I am worthy and deserving of the life I want," or "I am strong enough." Take your time and really feel the truth of these positive statements. By doing this, you start to believe in your worth and strength, which helps you move closer to manifesting your desires. Notice the feelings that come up when you read this statement. Try to let yourself experience both the good and bad feelings that arise. The next step in making your desires come true can be challenging, but it is an important part of the process. Let your wishes unfold in their own time and in their own way. This part of the process isn't really about you. It's more about how the universe and the Creator work. When you send out your thoughts and energy into the universe with the aim of making something specific happen, all you need to do next is wait for the universe to respond. Think of it like when God created the earth. On the seventh day, He rested and let the earth complete itself. You need to do the same. Give the process time and space to work. This is often called keeping the Sabbath, which means resting and trusting that things will unfold as they should. Many people often ask, why hasn't it happened yet? The reason is usually because they haven't given it enough time or space to happen. So after you've done your part, relax and let the universe do the rest. It's tough to simply say what you want and then let it go. Many times we spend a lot of time hoping and wishing, which actually works against us and stops the process from working. When you hope and wish for something, it means you don't truly believe you can make it happen. Everyone is born with the power to create their own reality, so it doesn't make sense to hope for something that you already have the ability to achieve. What you really need to learn is how to use this power on purpose to create the life you want. Instead of hoping and wishing, focus on truly believing in your ability to create. This belief is what makes the difference. You already have this amazing power inside you. The key is to understand how to use it effectively. Once you do, you can start creating the life you've always wanted. So the next time you find yourself hoping and wishing, remind yourself that you already have the ability to make things happen. Shift your mindset from doubt to belief, and you'll see how powerful you really are. Proper prayer isn't about begging for something. It's about affirming and knowing that it is already yours. You don't need to beg or plead for what belongs to you. Instead, you need to be clear about what you want, state your intention to make it happen, and then let the universe bring it to you. First, you need to feel and imagine what you want. Your imagination is a powerful tool that helps create your reality. When you vividly imagine your desire and believe that it's already yours, those deep subconscious feelings will come up. When you genuinely believe you can have it and know it is yours, it will eventually show up in your life. So instead of asking repeatedly, focus on feeling and imagining your desire as if it has already come true. Trust that the universe will deliver it to you. The more clearly you visualize and believe in your dreams, the more likely they are to become real. This is how you use your imagination and belief to turn your dreams into reality. A quick note about detachment. It's really important to learn how to detach from the outcome of your efforts to manifest. There's a lot to say about why this is important. When you are totally detached from the outcome, you allow your desires to come true in their own time and in their own way. People who have mastered this ability to let go and not worry about the outcome see great results. They find that whenever they set an intention to manifest something, they always get it. This happens because they are not holding on to it too tightly or worrying about how or when it will happen. So if you want to successfully manifest your desires, practice detachment. Set your intention, then trust and let it go. Allow the universe to work its magic without trying to control every detail. This way you open the door for your dreams to come true in the best possible way. Quantum physicists have discovered that when a person focuses their attention on something, they are actually fixing it in space and time. This means that your attention not only keeps it in place, but also makes it grow. To put it simply, when you think about something a lot, whether it's good or bad for you, you make that thought bigger and more powerful in your mind. As you keep thinking about it, you start to attract the emotions that come with that thought. For example, if you constantly think about something that makes you happy, you'll feel more happiness. On the other hand, if you keep thinking about something that makes you anxious or sad, those negative feelings will grow stronger. So the more you focus on a particular thought, the more you attract the emotions related to it. This is why it's important to pay attention to what you think about. Positive thoughts can attract positive emotions, while negative thoughts can bring more negative feelings. By being aware of your thoughts and choosing to focus on positive ones, you can create a more positive emotional experience for yourself. Imagine you're out of work, deep in debt, and facing lots of challenges. It's hard not to think about your debt all the time. I understand how tough that is. Sometimes a person can use their difficult situation to motivate themselves and achieve great things against the odds. However, what usually happens is that people focus more and more on their debt and unpaid bills. It makes sense, right? You feel you have to be responsible and can't just ignore your debt. But what if you could? Think about it this way. While it's important to be responsible, constantly worrying about your debt only makes you feel worse. This constant focus on debt can make the problem seem even bigger and more overwhelming. Instead, what if you try to detach a little from the worry? This doesn't mean you ignore your responsibilities. It means you shift your focus from the problem to potential solutions. When you stop letting the debt control your thoughts, you might find it easier to come up with creative ways to improve your situation. So, while it's natural to worry about debt, try not to let it consume all your thoughts. By focusing less on the problem and more on what you can do to improve things, you might find yourself in a better position to handle your challenges. When you only think about your debt, unpaid bills, poor health, or any other problem, you are making these problems bigger in your mind and attracting more of the same issues. This is a very common mistake. For example, if you keep saying, "I can't find love," you are focusing on the lack of love in your life, and this lack will grow. It's a hard lesson, but anyone who wants to create a better reality needs to learn it. Even though it may seem tough, focusing on your problems only makes them worse. Instead, try to shift your attention away from what's wrong and think about what you want to happen. For instance, instead of thinking about your debt all the time, think about ways to improve your financial situation. Instead of focusing on the lack of love, think about what you can do to invite love into your life. By changing your focus, you start to attract better things. It's important to understand that what you concentrate on grows in your mind. So, if you want to create a better reality for yourself, focus on positive outcomes rather than dwelling on your problems. This shift in focus is crucial for anyone trying to improve their life, no matter how difficult it may seem at first. When it comes to making your desires come true, focusing on what you want is always the best approach. One of the most important lessons I've learned about manifestation is to concentrate on what you want, not what you don't want. This is the fastest way to get rid of unpaid bills, debts, health problems, and anything else you don't want in your life. It's easy to get scared when bad things happen. You might lose your job, something unexpected might occur, or you might even lose your house. If you keep thinking about these negative possibilities, you'll attract more of them into your life. Instead, try to focus on positive outcomes. Think about finding a new job, getting out of debt, or improving your health. When you focus on these positive goals, you are more likely to achieve them. For example, if you're worried about losing your job, focus on the steps you can take to find new opportunities or improve your skills. If you're stressed about debt, think about ways to manage your finances better. By shifting your focus from the negative to the positive, you invite better things into your life. Remember, the key to manifestation is to focus on what you want to happen, not what you fear might happen. This shift in mindset can help you attract positive changes and move away from the problems you don't want. It's simple. Start by thinking about all the things you don't want and write down their opposites. For example, if you don't want debt, then you want abundance. If you don't want bad health, you want to be healthy and full of energy. If you don't want to argue with your partner all the time, you want a happy and harmonious relationship. If you don't want a used, beat-up old car, you want a shiny new one in perfect condition. If you don't want to feel confused, unhappy, and lost, you want to be confident, upbeat, and determined. The idea is to change your focus from the problems to the solutions. By concentrating on what you want instead of what you don't want, you start to attract those positive things into your life. This is a great way to begin your journey of manifesting what you desire. Start by looking at the list you created earlier. Notice how many items on that list are based on what you don't want. Instead of thinking about those things, focus on the opposite, on what you do want. We've learned, especially from Paul Selig's teachings, that ignoring or suppressing something only makes it grow stronger. It's like having a dead body in the basement. If you leave it there and try to ignore it, it will eventually start to smell. So it's important to acknowledge what you don't want, but then shift your attention to the positive things you do want in your life. This way, you can manifest those positive outcomes more effectively. The things we don't want in our lives don't just disappear. They affect us and shape our reality. To deal with this, sit down and make a list of everything you don't want to experience. Next to each item, write down the opposite of it. Sometimes it's helpful to write down something that represents the opposite of what you don't want. If you have debt and unpaid bills, instead of focusing on that, write down that you want all your bills paid off completely. This shift in focus helps you concentrate on positive outcomes. By doing this, you can start to attract more of what you want in your life, rather than what you don't want. The problem is that if you write down things like no debt or no bills, you are still focusing on debt and bills. The universe doesn't understand no more unpaid bills. Instead, it hears more unpaid bills, please. When you want to manifest something, you need to be careful about where your focus is. Even when you're not trying to manifest, you are always sending out a signal or energy to the universe. It's like you're always broadcasting your personal frequency. Because of this, it's important to control what you're putting out into the universe. This way, you can attract the things you truly want and create a life that you have designed with purpose. So always focus on positive outcomes and what you want to achieve, rather than what you want to avoid. This will help you build a life filled with the things you desire. How can you turn no more unpaid bills into something positive? Start by imagining what your life would look like if you didn't have any unpaid bills or debt. Think about what that would mean for you. Where would you be, and what would you be doing? You probably wouldn't be doing exactly what you're doing now. Maybe you'd be at home, enjoying the peace and comfort of a life without bills or debt. Or perhaps you'd be on a big vacation or taking a break somewhere nice. The key is to visualize yourself in a situation that goes beyond just having no debt. Picture yourself in a place of freedom and happiness that comes with financial stability. This way, you can focus on positive and constructive goals, helping you to manifest a better life. If you want to imagine having your debts paid, visualize yourself with extra money to spend. Picture what you would do with that extra money. This way, you take your mind off unpaid bills and debt, and instead, you focus on abundance. By doing this, you detach from the idea of debt and put your energy into thinking about having more than enough money. This positive focus can help you move towards financial freedom. When you practice this skill of detachment for a while and get really good at it, your life will start to feel magical. The people I know who do this every day live amazing lives. They are always joyful, happy, and free. I'm not exaggerating. I used to wonder how these people always seemed to be on vacation somewhere while I was working so hard and struggling every day. Imagine your life is a garden. This is a great way to understand how to focus on what you want. In your garden, you would want only pretty flowers, right? You wouldn't want it full of weeds. So if your garden had weeds, how would you get rid of them? In this garden, the weeds represent things like unpaid bills, debt, bad health, unhappy relationships, or anything else you don't want in your life. Just like you would pull out weeds to keep your garden beautiful, you need to remove negative thoughts and focus on the positive things you want to grow in your life. By thinking of your life as a garden, it becomes easier to see how important it is to focus on what you want, just like you would care for flowers and remove weeds to create a beautiful garden. The problem is that people often try to forcefully pull out the weeds, but this only makes them stronger. Wherever you put your attention, your energy flows. Think of your attention as water. The garden represents your life. You want to water the flowers, which stand for good health, happy relationships, abundant finances, a fun career, and a nice home. You water these flowers by focusing on the things you desire. The only way to get rid of the weeds is by not giving them any attention. Don't water them. Ignore them. This will starve them out. It's very simple. So by directing your attention to the positive aspects of your life, you can help those things grow and flourish, just like watering the flowers in your garden. When you get home, open the mail, and see bills, you might feel upset and frustrated. If you focus on your fear of having to pay the bills, you are watering the weeds. This means you are giving energy to the negative things in your life. Instead, take a moment to sit on the couch, relax, and imagine yourself on a tropical island, enjoying a carefree 1-month vacation. By doing this, you are watering the flowers, meaning you are focusing on positive things. Similarly, if you find that your spouse has left the toilet seat up again, and you get upset, you are watering the weeds. This is because you are putting energy into something that frustrates you. But if you take a moment to visualize yourself with your partner, both of you smiling and laughing, you are watering the flowers. This means you are focusing on positive and happy moments. In both situations, shifting your focus from the negative to the positive helps nurture the good things in your life. If you feel like you are stuck in a situation you can't control and everything seems hopeless, you are constantly watering some harmful weeds. This means you are giving energy to negative things in your life. However, if you decide that it's time to focus on what you want in life and take control of where your attention goes, you are preparing to create a beautiful garden of success and happiness. This means you will be nurturing positive things in your life, allowing them to grow and thrive. By shifting your focus from what you don't want to what you do want, you can start building a life full of prosperity and joy. This way, your life will flourish just like a well-tended garden filled with beautiful flowers. Now, I'd like to talk a bit about visualization. To get the best results from visualization, it's helpful to spend a few short periods each day imagining a scenario that shows your success. For example, if you want to find a new partner, take a minute or two to picture yourself with this person. Imagine a scene where you are already in a happy, successful relationship. This practice of visualizing small, specific moments can make your goals feel more real and attainable. If you only visualize meeting someone, you might just meet them and nothing more. You could just bump into them without forming a deeper connection. But if you imagine yourself doing something enjoyable together, like hiking in the mountains and holding hands, you're more likely to make that scenario happen. As you practice visualizing, you'll notice how quickly and accurately your goals start to come true. Some people find visualization challenging. Remember, it's not just about seeing. You can also imagine hearing, feeling, smelling, and tasting what you want. All of these senses help make your visualization stronger. Being consistent with your visualization practice is key to getting results. This idea is similar to what Abraham Hicks discusses in her book, The Art of Allowing. It's also known as the art of non-resistance, where you learn not to resist your own highest good. By consistently visualizing what you want and not focusing on your fears, you create momentum. This momentum leads to a steady and successful manifestation of your desires. Anyone can feel optimistic, believe in something, or focus on what they want for a minute or two. The real challenge is doing this consistently throughout the day and in your everyday life. If you want to manifest a billionaire venture capitalist who will fund your new business idea, start by stating your intention clearly. You could say with conviction, I want to meet a billionaire venture capitalist who wants to invest in my business idea. Then imagine yourself shaking hands with this person and thanking them for supporting your business. This is the beginning of your manifestation process. The real effort comes later, after you've spent 4 or 5 days visualizing without seeing any results. This is often when people start to doubt and sabotage their own manifestation. To succeed, you need to stay consistent and keep believing in your vision. Here are some ways you might sabotage yourself. You might start doubting if you deserve something so great, or you might question if this process will work for you. You might wonder if it's unrealistic, or suddenly change your mind and think you should be doing something else. You might worry that it will take too long, or find yourself losing focus. You might fear that you're not ready to receive what you want. This often comes from feeling unworthy, but it can also come from feeling physically unprepared. A common mistake is listening to other people's opinions and their limiting beliefs about your goals. Avoid this. Don't ask for advice or talk to others about your manifestation, because they might say something that undermines your belief. If you've prepared well at the beginning, you will have removed some of these potential obstacles and self-sabotaging thoughts. However, if you still face distractions, stay consistent and detached from the outcome. Let your manifestation appear in its own time and way. If you do this, you will achieve your desired outcome. Remember, consistency brings results. Allowing yourself to think in limited or negative fear-based ways can slow down or stop your manifestation. Therefore, it's important to be disciplined in your approach to manifesting. This effort will lead to amazing results. You deserve to have whatever you want. You're not being punished for anything from a past life that will stop you from experiencing what you desire. Your power is in this moment, right here and right now. From this moment, you have all the power to create your reality exactly how you want it. You are free to create whatever you desire. Say out loud to yourself, "I am now free to do whatever I want with my life." Repeat it. I am now free to do whatever I want with my life. This is true. Let go of focusing too much on the outcome of your manifestation. Instead, focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. Throughout the day, you can always stop and ask yourself, what am I focused on in this moment? This doesn't mean focusing on the outcome of your manifestation, but rather not letting yourself get caught up in negative thoughts while you are expecting and allowing your manifestation to happen. You might think that you don't need to take any action to make something happen in your life. This misunderstanding comes from how some people interpret the information about the law of attraction and manifestation. If you don't take action when your manifestation arrives, you won't get the result you want. You might be mixing up the idea of manifestation with the idea of an earth master, someone who can create things just by thinking about them. In reality, while thinking positively and visualizing your goals are important, taking action is crucial to make your manifestations come true. Just sitting back and waiting for things to happen won't work. You need to actively work towards your goals to achieve them. You might have tried using the power of manifestation to get small things, like a parking spot right in front of the grocery store. Maybe you've gotten really good at it and always find that perfect spot by imagining it or feeling that it's already yours. But if you think all you have to do is sit and think about it, you might be starting to believe in a flawed system. In reality, you're already taking action every day by actively looking for those parking spots. You're not just sitting around, you're driving, searching, and taking steps to find that spot. Manifestation isn't just about thinking, it involves action. The word action is even part of the term law of attraction. For bigger things you want to manifest, you might need to take bold actions to show your belief in the process. This might mean making an investment, spending extra time, or doing something else that demonstrates your commitment. The universe supports those who are active and moving towards their goals. You don't need to take unnecessary actions, but you do need to be proactive. When you look at a situation and the energy needed to achieve something, there's usually one option that's the simplest and requires the least effort. Go with that option. You don't have to work really hard at it. I'm not saying you need to put in a lot of hard work, but you do need to take some action. You can create the best life for yourself. You truly can. You can achieve anything you want. You have the power to do whatever you desire by understanding these simple steps from someone who has already gone through the process of creating their reality. I hope I've made it easier for you to understand. Everyone is different, and manifestation is an art. It's like painting, where everyone has their own style and techniques. Learning about manifestation is an amazing process that helps you discover more about yourself. As you create your reality, you also develop a deeper understanding of the original creator. Through this, you gain insight into yourself and your connection to the universe, which is truly amazing. Thank you for listening.